Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Divine Oracle. And I'm Daniel, in case if you don't know that already. But those of you who have followed me and everything know who I am and know that I am the one that do these readings. It has been a bit. It's all the time. Um, but I know last time I said I was going to try to do these like more often and everything. And to be honest, I do love doing these. I miss doing these, but unfortunately, life just really gets a hold of me. But I need to really make this a priority of doing my videos, doing the readings, or doing the audios too, for you guys. Not just for you guys, but also for me, because I haven't really done any readings for myself either. I think today was the first time I pulled a card for myself, and the card that came out told me that I need to choose my time wisely, basically. Time is precious, and I need to choose my time and use my time wisely. So, I really need to start focusing on what I love to do, and not let life and work and everything else get a hold of me. And that's that. This is gonna be a message for you too. Don't let life get a hold of you so bad, so much that it takes you away from doing the things that you love doing. Okay, so don't allow that to happen. I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try hard and make a change, and not let life take a hold of me so hard and keep me from doing the things that I'm doing. And I know I've allowed it in the past. And if you've listened to any of my videos in the past, life just takes a hold of me sometimes. And but I don't know when the last time it was that I did a video or audio. It's probably been about a month or two. But here we are. We are here, okay? And we're going to get this done, and we're going to do this. And I thank you all for being so patient, and I thank you for still, being part of this channel and everything. Make sure that you like the channel, you hit the subscribe, hit the notifications. That way you get notified when I end up doing a new video, audio, new reading and stuff like that. That way you can be notified when these do come out and everything, because I really want you guys to get these. And like I said, I'm really gonna push it, especially after what the cards told me today. That I need to choose my time wisely and take my time to do things that I need to do. That's the message I'm getting for myself, and I'm sure somebody else can use that message for themselves also. Alrighty. Because, life can get a hold of us. Life can keep us busy and take us from doing the things that we like to do, like going out in nature and, spending time with family and, and everything like that. So, don't let it do that to you. Okay. Alright, so I'm shuffling the cards, and we're going to be using the Viking Oracle cards. It's sort of a new deck that I have. I've only used it maybe once or twice on here. I've used it a couple times with myself. I will be reading what the book says about the message and giving my input also, because I do not know these cards, and they have specific meanings for the gods and the ruins, because it has the Norse gods and ancient wisdoms and stuff like that I am not familiar with, to be honest. It's a learning process for me. I love this stuff, but I want to give you what the cards say, and there's one of it, and plus the ruins too, because it has cards on ruins. All right, so let's focus and let's ask for the message for May. Okay, because we are getting into May tomorrow, actually. So by the time you're hearing this, it'll probably be May. Today is the 30th of April, so tomorrow is going to be May 1st. So, this is a message, a reading for the month of May. And what is it that guides, God, Spirit wants us to know for this month? Alrighty, so this one pops out at me and this one. Alrighty. So the first card that you're going to see, which I'll be showing you a photo of the card, of the cards, and we're going to be doing, it's a 3-card reading. We're not doing A, B, or C. I've done that in the past, but this time I want to do something a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to be doing a 3-card read, and the first card is going to be the heart of the issue, okay, or the question. So if you have a question, you ask your question, and let's see if the gods answer you on this. But this is going to be, either a question that you ask. I'm just asking for a general for what we need to know for this month. So you can ask your question, see how this works for you, if it correlates to your question. But it'll also be the heart of the issue. Okay. The second one, the middle card, will be the challenge of what's challenging you in this day, and also the solution, okay, on what we need to do. Alrighty. So the first card, the heart of the issue, is the halls. The halls. The halls. It's a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. And as you see, you have the light in the back, you have the pillars, high ceiling, and everything. It's really, really, really pretty card. All right, so the halls. Let's see what the book has to say about the halls. Valhalla and Folkvanger. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correctly, considering that they are Viking, okay, cards. Okay. You will be rewarded for your work. Be brave, even if you are afraid. Now is time to work for the greater good. Volunteer. So, the heart of the issue. Maybe you're feeling that you're not being noticed at work for your hard work that you do, for everything that you do for everybody. Being there on time, even then getting there a little bit early. Staying late, putting in 150%. You're that hard worker that everybody sees, and everybody, maybe even talks about. It's like, oh, this person, he's a super hard worker, and blah 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 blah. What is he trying to do, or he or she, trying to, maybe kiss butt or whatever. Don't worry about what other people are saying. You do you. You work hard, and you are going to be rewarded. Okay, one way or another, your hard work is being seen by others. You may think maybe not by the right people, but it is being seen by the right people, and your reward is going to come. So don't worry. Don't worry. You keep doing you. You keep working hard. You keep, doing what it is that you got to do. Okay, in anything it is that you do. If you don't have a job and you're working hard at, and you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, but you're working hard at home and you're taking care of the house and feeding the kids and making sure dinner's ready and all this other stuff, you know that work, that's your job. That's what you do as your job. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a job out there in the world, working for somebody. You're working, you're working for your family to take care of them. So your work, your hard work that you do is being recognized. And it may not seem like it. It may seem like you're being taken advantage of, that, you're not appreciated for everything you're doing, but you are. Because what you're doing, you're taking care of your household. They would be, in a sense, kind of lost without you if you didn't, think about it. Your spouse asks you, "Where's this?" Or "Where's that?" Your kids are asking you, they need your help to find their clothes or whatever. Or your spouse needs help, finding whatever clothes it is that they're looking for. Okay, you are very valuable to the work that you are doing. So don't ever think that it's not. Okay. All right. So I am content, for I have passed from the world. With a sword in my hand, blood spilled in your name, with honor in my heart, I join the All-Father. Or it is golden-haired Freya. I am carried by the winged woman, screaming my name. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and that's a little poem that was there, and now I'm going to go ahead and read you like the ancient, the wisdoms and stuff like that. It says, to the Vikings, dying, weapons in hand, fighting to save one's community was considered the most honorable of deaths. Such warriors were rewarded in the Norse afterlife with admittance to either Freya's Hall, Sesrumner, Seatromer, in Folkvanger, People's Field, or Odin's Hall, Valhalla, in Asgard. It was told that Freya had the first pick of the dead, even above Odin. Those whom Freya selected were carried to Sesrumner by the mighty winged Valkyries, who served her. Freya's chosen dead included brave warriors as well as women who had died an honorable death, either those who fought on the battlefield or those who had committed suicide rather than endure rape or a life of dishonor. Freya's Hall was known as a hospitable and wondrous place, described as large and beautiful in the Eddas. Those who joined Freya were free to do nothing more than practice their fighting skills in preparation for the battle at the end of days at Ragnarok. Odin's Hall, situated in Asgard, was described in ancient texts as being impressively built, guarded by eagles and wolves, and containing long tables groaning with food and mead. Like those chosen by Freya, the exemplary men and that Odin selected to join him in his hall also trained to stand beside Odin at Ragnarok. Do not confuse these halls with the Christian idea of heaven, though. The halls are not places where spirits lay idle or ready to be reborn. Okay, like purgatory or something like that. Okay, that's what it's basically talking about. In the Catholic denomination, they believe in purgatory, where they wait to be prayed out and to go to heaven. Okay, so like it says here, do not confuse the halls, with the Christian faith. There, life continued in ways the Vikings found ideal, celebrating, fighting, and training in happy, purposeful companionship. Admittance to one of the halls was seen as a reward for honor, for courage, for giving up one's life for the community. The halls remind us to step aside our own needs and consider the greater good. Okay, so the heart of the problem is that you're feeling that you are not being recognized for the hard work that you're doing. And like I said, you are. People are seeing it. Just because they may not be telling you on a daily basis, thank you for your work, thank you for your hard work, it is being seen. Okay, your reward will come. Okay, you are being recognized. People do appreciate you. Okay, um, so don't ever let your mind, your own personal mind, tell you anything different. Okay, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. Okay, you're busting your butt, taking care of business, doing what you got to do. You are being seen. You are being recognized. All right, so that's the first card. All right, so the second card is going to be the challenge, or the challenges, or what's before you, what it is that you're being challenged on. Okay. Oh, time. Okay. Well, the card doesn't say time. It's mane or mani, and this is the card that actually came out on me for my daily that I did for myself. Just a quick pull for myself before I even uh, did the cards for you guys or prepared for this. Okay. So I'm going to read you what it says. All right. So this is, like I said, the challenge. The challenge. All right. Time is precious. Be grateful for each passing minute. Using time well is a virtue. Be mindful of how you use your time, which may mean doing very little if that is of benefit. Okay? So, time. You may feel that you don't have enough time to do everything that it is that you got to do, okay, in the house and your work, the projects that you have and everything like that to do, anything that might come into your path. You may feel that you don't have the time or enough time. We always say, man, if I had a few more hours within the day, I would be able to get things accomplished. We already have 24 hours within a day. And if we add a couple more hours on there, you know what? You know what's going to happen? We would still say that we don't have enough time to be able to take care of everything we need to do. That's just how it is. That's how it feels. But some people call it, the world calls it time management. Okay, manage your time. Okay, wisely. Okay, like the card says, time is very precious. Okay, time is very precious. Be grateful. Be grateful for each passing minute. Okay. Just be thankful that you have the time that you have. Take time just to sit there, if you can, without getting in trouble at work, or even if you're at home. Just take a few minutes and just kind of just gather yourself, take a deep breath, step outside, get some fresh air, go for a little walk, go like I always say, go out with nature, just take that time to gather yourself, be grateful for the time, like it says here, be grateful for every minute. Okay, using time well is a virtue. Okay, use your time well. Time manage. If you have to write out a schedule on certain things that you want to accomplish within a certain amount of time, if you know that it's going to take you that amount of time to do, or should take you that amount to do, focus on one thing at a time. Okay, instead of trying to do 10 things at one time. Okay, I know sometimes at work it could be a little hard to do that, especially when you do have 10 things to do at once that have a time limit on that needs to be done. While you're doing one thing and you're waiting for that to be done, you jump on another thing, and start working on that one. And then while you get to a point where you can't really go too much further because you need to do something else that goes with that. Okay, that's sort of understandable. I see that. I feel that. But, make sure you manage your time wisely. Don't over stress yourself over it. Okay? Don't stress yourself. Don't get stressed out about it. All right? Be mindful of how you use your time, which may mean doing very little if that is benefit. All right? So, let's get into it. There's a little poem. It says, "A circle within a circle, the whirling wheel. By 9 times 3 I measure my life. I gather my magic. I shine my light. Waiting for friend Ryer, I don't know if I'm saying that right, to open his jaws." And Fenrir is the wolf god, okay, which I just found out the other day. Mani, okay, talking about the card, is both one name for the moon as well as a name of a god within the Norse cosmos closely connected with the moon. The poetic Edda, it was told that Mani was the brother of the goddess Sol, the sun, and was fathered by Mundalfari, which is time. It is usually in any mythos. It is unusual in any mythos for the moon to have a masculine association. With Mani, we may have the origins of the man in the moon. You know how we always say, oh, there's a man in the moon. Well, we may just have it with Mani. Okay? Both Sol and Mani were seen to circle the earth each day in a chariot. A little poem here. Mundalfari is he who begat the moon and fathered the flaming sun. The round of heaven each day they run to tell the time for man. Okay. The Vikings told time by the moon, not the sun. The 28-day moon cycle was a reliable timekeeper. Also, being seafarers, they were aware of connection between the cycles of the moon and the tides, especially around peak tides of the full moon. Incredibly competent navigators, they relied on the position of the moon as well as the planets and stars to guide them on their voyages. In the Eddic poem Grimnismal, when Thor asked the dwarf Alvis about the names for the moon on the other worlds, Alvis said Mani is called the moon by mankind, the whirling wheel. Within Hill, fiery one, by the gods. Hastner by the giants. The shiner by the dwarves. And the counter of years by the elves. Mani as a creation of the Aesir, which is gods, was consumed by the wolf Fenrir at Ragnar, the end of the world cycle. Ragnar is considered to be the end of the world cycle according to what is saying here. Within the Norse tradition, Mani is a keeper of time and cycles. When we receive this card, we are reminded that time waits for no one and that time is precious. To the Vikings, whose life expectancy was so much shorter than ours, to waste time was to waste life. Okay? That's a handful. All right, so don't waste time, because, like I said, to the Vikings, to waste time was to waste life. So use your time wisely. Time manage. Take care of what you need to do. Okay, this is the challenge. Time is always a challenge for some reason, for anybody. Okay, time is always a challenge. Alrighty, so let's get on to the last card, because time is going long here. Alright, so the last card, the solution. and I do not know how to pronounce that. It's YDDD or YGGDRASIL. Um, and as you'll see in the picture, the name is Yggdrasil or something like that. Okay, so basically, it looks like a tree of life to me. All right. Okay. Here it goes. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the card. What it says: you are part of the tree of life. So it's the tree of life. You belong. Okay. Again, this is the solution. You are part of the tree of life. You belong. You are part of something bigger than you realize. You deserve a wonderful life. Your destiny is both fated and shaped by your will. Be present, be grounded. Okay? So the solution is that remember that you are part of something bigger than you even realize, okay? And you do belong. Okay? You do belong. Okay? You are being noticed for everything that you do. Okay? Be present and be grounded. Like I always say, you need to make sure you're grounded to Mother Earth. Okay, to that way you're not all haywire. You know, your body is not out of balance or anything like that. All right. So the little poem. I am now holding up, sending through, being with, sending forth, connected to everything. I am life. Okay, however you say that name, Yggdrasil, the tree of life, is the center of the cosmos. It grows in Asgard, the realm of the gods. It is also known as Askr, Askr, Yggdrasils, which means the ash tree to which Odin's, Jaeger's, eight-legged horse, Sleipnir, is tied. A mighty ash, Yggdrasil, supports within its branches and roots the 9 worlds of the Norse cosmos. There, in the various realms, live all beings, including humans and gods. Yggdrasil grows up from the well of Weird, which is the flow of the living force of destiny that nourishes both the world tree and life itself. The magic and power that flow through the very heart of the tree travels along its roots and branches to each of the 9 worlds. Yggdrasil itself is the home of the 3 Norns, who carve the fate of all upon the tree, as well as the creatures like dragons, message-carrying squirrels, and a great eagle. Yggdrasil is referred to in many poems in the Eddas, one of the lovelier stanzas, which come from the Voluspa Sirius's prophecy in the Codex Regius, reads thus: I know that an ash tree stands called Yggdrasil, a high tree soaked with shining loam. From there comes the dews which fall in the valley evergreen. It stands over the well of fate. Okay, and so that was what it read there in the prophecy. Okay, now while we are not really expected to believe that there is a literal tree at the heart of the Norse cosmos, this beautiful mythos invites us to view the action of the universe in a way that offers insight into our own lives. Yggdrasil is both central and grounded. It is a symbol of the present, the now, yet it upholds realms and concepts that flow and change. Ancient Yggdrasil is strong and reliable, and it has its own wisdom, as do the most venerable trees in our modern world. And if you see, as you look at the picture, it's very, very beautiful. You see the tree, very strong, thick trunk, beautiful, the beautiful leaves that are upon it, the top part, the water in the back. The water represents cleansing. It's very green in the back. You have the mountains in the background, the clouds, very, very beautiful. Okay. So remember, no matter what you think, if don't feel that you're not appreciated, like I said before. Okay. Keep doing what you're doing. Use your time wisely. Use your time wisely. And know that you belong. Okay, whether you belong there at that job, you belong with that family, you belong here, you belong. You belong. Make sure that you are grounded also. Okay, just like the trees, the roots are dug into the ground, absorbing the freshness, the nourishments, and everything that it needs from Mother Earth. Okay, we need to do the same thing. We need to make sure we keep ourselves grounded so we are continually being nourished. Okay, and all that negativity will go into Mama Earth and be replenished and transformed back into good energy, and we can absorb that from Mama Earth and receive from the sunshine, the vitamin D, the nourishment that we need from the sun also. All right. So I hope this message really spoke to you. I mean, it spoke to me quite a bit. There were some things that I was going through also, and that I'm this answered and this put into perspective for me, and I believe it's doing the same thing for you. So I thank you guys again for tuning in to Divine Oracle, and I ask that you continue. Be patient with me. I will be getting some more out. If anything, I'll get one out each month, but I am going to really try, and get get some readings out for you, at least on a weekly basis, like I used to do. I used to do it on a weekly basis all the time, sometimes a couple times a week. I really want to get back into doing that. I want to get back into doing what I love doing, for you guys, and also, like I said, I get out of these myself. So make sure you make sure you share, make sure you hit that notifications. That way you get the notifications of when I post something, and just continue, watching in, looking in. All right, guys. Well, you take care. Many blessings to you, and until next time, many blessings. Namaste.